Hello everyone, welcome to your August 2019 love readings. This is Elizabeth from channelguidance.com. This month I am doing a longer version of the X spread for all signs. I've also uploaded a massive 24 card spread comparing what you want versus what the person you love wants. Once your sign is uploaded on YouTube, it should already be available on Vimeo. Remember, not all signs are uploaded yet. I hope you enjoy your readings and I wish you a fabulous August. Hi Scorpio, welcome to your love reading for August 2019. I've already shuffled the deck, so let's go ahead and begin. Let's start with this deck right here. I've already uploaded your bonus reading on Vimeo. There'll be a link down below if you'd like to watch it. There was a strong theme of waiting in that reading. It is a pretty long reading. It is almost 38 minutes. There was kind of a theme of time running out, somebody waiting, and sabotage. Let's go ahead and see what comes up here. This is the love reading for the sign of Scorpio for August 2019. You have strength. Love reading for the sign of Scorpio for August. Queen of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Scorpio for August. 10 of Pentacles. Love reading for the sign of Scorpio for August. Got Death. Love reading for the sign of Scorpio for August. 8 of Pentacles. Love reading for the sign of Scorpio for August. Wheel of Fortune. Love reading for the sign of Scorpio for August. 5 of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Scorpio for August. 4 of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Scorpio for August. And the 8 of Swords. Okay, so let me take a look, see what you have going on here. You have three major arcanas. You have Strength, Death, and the Wheel of Fortune. So for some of you, there is some type of significant change that can happen in the month of August. This is a huge event in your love life. For many of you, it can be positive because you do have the Wheel of Fortune here. So there can be a positive change in your situation. You do also have 2 cards of marriage and two messages of stability with the 10 of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands. Let's go ahead and start with the first card. You have Strength. Strength is telling you to hang in there, to be strong, to be brave, because you do have a strong message here of commitment, of stability. But for some of you, you may not be seeing that right now. Remember, the video on Vimeo did have this message of waiting, time's running out. That reading is one spread for you and one spread for the person that you love. It's for the rest of 2019. But for some of you, you may not be seeing that right now. You may hear commitment and think, well, things are not there yet, or it's not happening. The Strength card is saying be brave, hang in there. This is saying don't let your ego get the best of you, because I do see that in this reading. You have it here with the 8 of Swords. You're feeling trapped in your situation. You feel like there's no way to fix this. There's no way out. You're feeling powerless. The Strength card is saying don't let your ego take over. This is a message of spiritual strength. It can also represent the sign of Leo. You also have the Queen of Swords. So this would be an air sign. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Male or female, sun, moon, or rising. It can even represent you if you have a moon or rising in an air sign. And again, you have, this is message of stability. The 10 of Pentacles, it can represent a marriage. This can be your marriage, perhaps surviving. Maybe you feel like your marriage is on the rocks right now. But it also represents a sense of stability in your current relationship. Whether it's a somewhat new relationship or a long-term relationship, this means that there can be stability, there can be a lot of happiness. You're just being told to be brave. Don't give in to despair, don't give in to fear with the Strength card. Because there's a huge change here that can happen. And I feel like it's a matter of trying, because you do have a lot of effort here right next to it, the 8 of Pentacles. There is something that wants to change. I feel like for many of you that this commitment that we see right here with the 10 of Pentacles, this is what can manifest for you. But for many of you, you're not seeing this yet. There is a lot of effort that needs to happen here with the 8 of Pentacles. You and your partner need to work together to make this happen. Again, you're seeing a huge transformation. So if right now you're miserable, you feel like everything is just kind of turned upside down, because I do see some of that down here, which I'm going to get to in a minute. Death is saying that your love life can change in a huge, profound way. But it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen magically. It's going to require a lot of effort. And the Wheel of Fortune. You're being told here that things can improve. This represents things changing for the better for you. And it can also be that for some of you, maybe you're just dating someone casually right now. Maybe you just met them. There is a big message here of commitment, of long-term relationships, of marriage. But again, this could be something that takes time. It's going to take time to build this relationship up. Or maybe it's somebody coming back to your life. Either way, the Wheel of Fortune does represent good luck. So for many of you, the month of August is just a very lucky time for you. And I'm getting it's a very lucky time to put things back together. Whether it's getting back with your ex or it's just, getting the relationship back on track. But I still get the feeling that timing is involved here. Like if you don't fix things in the month of August, it could be really difficult after that. You've got the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands does represent conflict. It can be that you and your partner want very different things. Maybe you want this, because right next to it, ironically, is a Four of Wands. 4 and 5 of Wands. It could be that you want this. Maybe you want to get married. Maybe you want to move in together. This is a card of commitment. Something that's very stable and solid. But the Five of Wands is, this can be egos clashing. You want very different things. You're different people. It can also just be that maybe you are together, but there is a lot of arguing. There's a lot of fighting. And I see you not knowing how to fix this. This is feeling really trapped. It can be you or it can be your partner. It's hard to say no general reading, but the Eight of Swords is feeling kind of really stuck in your head and being held back by fear. It can be your partner as well, perhaps feeling afraid of committing to you, being afraid of coming back to you if it's an ex. The Eight of Swords is just, being unable to take action, not because anything is stopping you or your partner, it's because you're being held back by fear. And this is about either a marriage or commitment. Somebody maybe is even getting cold feet. It can also be that someone is just really conflicted if it's not you. If there's no fighting, maybe you are on the same page. Someone is feeling very conflicted maybe about making, perhaps making a bigger commitment to you with this Four of Wands. Because it's not just this card. You also have the Ten of Pentacles over here. This can be marriage. This can be, just a higher level of commitment. Maybe that's what I see right here. Around this commitment is the Five of Wands and the Eight of Swords. Someone is just kind of torn. Like, what do I do with the Five of Wands? They're fighting themselves. And here they're getting cold feet. They're holding back because of fear. They don't see a way forward. Let me get a few more cards. What other messages are there for the sign of Scorpio for August 2019? We got the Four of Cups. What other messages are there for the sign of Scorpio for August? The Six of Cups. What other messages are there for the sign of Scorpio for August? And the Seven of Wands. Okay, so let's take a look at this. What this Four of Cups this is saying someone is unhappy with the way things are right now. The Four of Cups can also just be, someone is feeling depressed. This is almost not caring anymore. This has come up with some type of energy from the past with the Six of Cups. Maybe the past keeps coming up. It can definitely be someone from the past coming back to you in the month of August, where you might be feeling conflicted as far as accepting them back into your life. We are going to do the X spread, so we'll see if that comes up in that reading. Let's just start here, because I feel like everything starts with this Four of Cups. Perhaps this is you letting somebody know who's trying to come back into your life that maybe you're not sure yet. Maybe you're unhappy. Maybe you don't want this person back. Because the Four of Cups is feeling unfulfilled. An offer is, being presented to you and you don't care. And this has come up with the past, the Six of Cups. It can also be that if there is no ex, that the past is somehow getting in the way. It's keeping you in this place of sadness where you really don't care, kind of what could possibly change for you in a positive way. You're being told to confront this, the Seven of Wands. The message here is that you're going to have to confront the past in some way in the month of August, whether there's an ex that comes back into your life and you're going to have to really speak up for yourself. Maybe if you're not interested, you're going to have to tell them to go away. If you do still care, but maybe you were hurt in this relationship, you might be telling them that you're conflicted, you need answers. You're confronting the past in some way with the Seven of Wands. It's saying really speak your truth. Again, it can be an ex or it can be your current partner where there are just issues from the past that won't go away. They're not allowing you to move forward. And I definitely see that right here with the card right next to it, the Eight of Swords. Someone is feeling trapped. Someone is feeling stuck. There's a need to really confront this with the Seven of Wands. The month of August is giving you that opportunity to face the past. Because I see that this is keeping you in a place where you're unhappy, you're unfulfilled. This can even be letting somebody go from the past so that you can move on. Maybe you're the one reaching out to them in the month of August so that you can move forward. But for those who are already coupled, it can be that you need to fix those things that are still kind of haunting your relationship or your marriage. Let these things go from the past. You have to confront them, Seven of Wands, so you can be free to move forward, because there is some type of big transformation that can happen in the month of August. But again, it is going to require a lot of work here to shift the energy, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, let me get a few cards from the confirmation deck. Let's see what kind of messages come up for you. What other messages are there for the sign of Scorpio for August 2019? The Five of Wands, so this is a repeat card because you have that message right here from the other deck. What other messages are there for the sign of Scorpio for August? We've got the Hierophant. What other messages are there for the sign of Scorpio for August? And the Magician. Okay, so let's take a look at these. The Five of Wands is a repeat card, so this is the most important thing that you need to hear for the month of August. And it can be, for those who are already coupled, there can be arguments. There's been a lot of eclipse energy in July when I'm recording this video. This can be, some of that energy continuing in the month of August. There could be disagreements. It's nothing major, but it is pettiness, just disagreements, bickering. It can also just be a lot of misunderstandings between you, or just, again, not being on the same page. Wanting very different things. Now, what has come up on this side from the confirmation deck, you've got the Hierophant, which can represent the sign of Taurus for some of you. But the Hierophant is also saying trust your intuition, because, down here you've got the Magician. So for the sign of Scorpio, perhaps if you're feeling conflicted, and I feel like there are a lot of messages around this card. For some of you, you may not know if you want to be in a relationship anymore. Some of you may even meet somebody else, or you've already met them. I just feel like it's going to be up to you what happens, if things change for the better or not. You have the Magician here. The Magician is saying, like, you have the power. Like, you're holding all the cards for the month of August. You can create any type of love life that you want, because you do have this energy from death. There can be a huge change, a big transformation, but is that what you want? And what kind of change do you want? You are co-creating your love life in the month of August. So you're being told here that you're going to be guided by your intuition. I feel like if you don't use your intuition, if you're not really listening to what your feelings are telling you, then you're probably going to be feeling very conflicted, especially if you're in a relationship you don't want to be in anymore. Or, if there's something here that's holding your partner back with the Eight of Swords. There is a need to confront these issues of fear with the Seven of Wands. This is really speaking your truth. Let me get a card for you from the Major Arcana Confirmation deck, which I had not done. So give me a moment here to find that deck. Okay, Scorpio, I can't find the deck that I've been using for the other signs, so I'm going to use this one here to get a main energy for you. And let's see what kind of message you get. What is the strongest energy around Scorpio for the month of August 2019? What is the strongest energy around Scorpio for the month of August 2019? Strongest energy around Scorpio for the month of August 2019. Okay, the message that you have is the Eight of Cups. So yeah, I did feel like for some of you, you're deciding you may not want to continue in your current relationship. The Eight of Cups is a goodbye card, choosing to walk away, to find happiness. It can represent you. Maybe you're feeling conflicted about this because you do have the Five of Wands here 2 times. There is perhaps some type of conflict around moving on. It can be you. I'm saying you, but it can also represent your partner or your ex, that your ex may even be conflicted about why they left. Perhaps they're rethinking that, but we will see that in the X spread. For others, where maybe you're not thinking of moving on, you're saying, no way, the Eight of Cups does tie in with the Six of Cups. It's time to leave those issues from the past behind you because they are working against you. The month of August is supposed to be a positive time of change with the Wheel of Fortune here. Things are supposed to be changing for the better. Change and transformation with the Death card. But if you're kind of reliving the past over and over, those things that are tearing you apart, then it's going to be a difficult time. It's time to walk away from something. The past, conflict, disagreements, or again, even a relationship you don't want to be in. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the X spread. Let me go ahead and get these out of the way. And let's see what kind of message you get from there. Again, let's keep in mind the message that came up on Vimeo. Time is in some way kind of running out. I feel like this especially applies to exes. Okay, and I'm asking the cards to show me your ex. So we're really focusing on them as far as what they want, how they feel, and just what you need to know about them. Show me Scorpio's ex for August 2019. You've got the Queen of Cups. Show me Scorpio's ex for August 2019. You've got the Emperor. Show me Scorpio's ex for August. The Ace of Cups. Show me Scorpio's ex for August. The Fool. Show me Scorpio's ex for August. The Four of Pentacles. Show me Scorpio's ex for August. The Eight of Pentacles, which you both had in the same row here. Scorpio's ex for August. The Page of Wands. Scorpio's ex for August. The Hierophant, which you also had in the first spread. Scorpio's ex for August. And the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so let's stop here and see what this means for you. So again, this represents your ex. If your ex is not a water sign like you, either a Scorpio, another Scorpio, a Pisces, or a Cancer, then this is a huge sign for you that the very first card is a water sign. So again, if they're not water sign, this means that they are thinking of you. They're definitely thinking of you with this coming up as the first card. Also with the Ace of Cups. This does represent a new beginning. So here's your message here. Your ex is thinking of you, and there is this message of a new beginning, of starting over with you. And again, this is all representing your ex, not you. And you have the Emperor here. So the Emperor does mean it's time to really take control. It's time to make things happen. So I feel like for your ex, I mean, for many of you, you're waiting for your ex to return, and that's going to be up to them. Now, you also had, you didn't have the Emperor in your spread, but you did have the Magician. So that is, you know, it's the same message of being in control. You're co-creating your life. So for some of you, they can finally be taking control and communicating with you, but it's going to be up to you if you accept them or not. The Emperor is being in control, and I do feel for some of you, your ex really is wanting you back. But there's this message here of kind of holding back, especially right here, and it's lined up with the Emperor. You've got the Fool, which means, you know, there is the possibility of you and your ex working things out, but this is a risky new beginning for you. I feel like, you know, there's a lot of emotions behind your breakup or whatever it is that tore you apart, and you may not feel safe taking them back. Maybe you don't trust them anymore. The Fool does mean you're going to have a lot of trust and really trust your intuition. You both had the Hierophant, so that's a huge message for you. This is spiritual energy. This is a card of kindred spirits and soulmates. So you do have that connection with your ex. They feel it as well. But you know, they're holding back from the Four of Pentacles. So again, the Four of Pentacles is lined up with the Emperor. They need to really take control, take charge. With the Four of Pentacles, you're just staying in your safe place. Well, they're staying in their safe place. I feel like there's a lot of work for your ex to do in order for things to get here with the Fool, in order for you to be able to embrace this new beginning with them. Again, I feel like for some of you, you just don't trust your ex anymore. Maybe they cheated, maybe they just lied to you about certain things. There's a lot of making up to do here with the Eight of Pentacles. That's what I get, making up. It's going to have to take a lot of effort to gain your trust back. But I feel like they do. I mean, that's a crystal clear message. Your ex does want a new beginning. And for some of you, they can definitely be taking control, taking action in the month of August. I see communication here with the Page of Wands. This does represent good news. But it's also a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of action, a lot of change as far as your ex. Again, they could be reaching out to you because you've got one page here and one page here. The pages represent communication. Your ex is being, guided back to you. The Hierophant, again, you had this card as well in the first spread. And the Hierophant is that card of kindred spirits and soulmates. Really feeling like you belong with someone. So you may feel that with their ex, but they also feel it. It's also here in their spread. And it's got communication around it. Again, the Page of Wands is good news. And I feel like they're thinking, if they have not reached out to you yet, the Page of Pentacles does mean that they're looking at things very carefully. As far as, how are they going to reach out to you? What are they going to say? I feel like it's going to take a lot of effort for your ex to either get you back, but if you're ready to take them back, it's going to maybe take a lot of effort for them to reach out to you, for them maybe to even get the guts to reach out to you. If you feel like you would take them back in a heartbeat and they know that, they're maybe gaining the courage to take action. I feel like it's going to take a lot of effort for them to reach out to you. Like, they may not have the guts to do it, especially if they did something wrong, but there is a strong message of communication around them for the month of August. Let me get a few more. Show me Scorpio's ex for August 2019. They've got the Knight of Cups. Scorpio's ex for August 2019. The Eight of Wands. Scorpio's ex for August 2019. Yeah, and the Ace of Wands. Now you've got 3 new beginnings around your ex. You've got the Ace of Cups here, the Fool, and now you've got the Ace of Wands. So 3 new beginnings around your ex. So I feel like your ex, if you're wondering if your ex wants you back, I feel like they definitely do. If they're not taking action, it is because of fear. They may be afraid that you're going to turn them down. And I do feel like your ex has a lot of making up to do. Again, 3 new beginnings, with one of them being a major arcana. So I feel like your ex definitely does want you back. If they're not taking action, it's not because they don't love you. It's because maybe they don't know what to say. It's going to take a lot of guts and a lot of effort to get you back. So, Knight of Cups. This Knight of Cups does mean there's going to be some movement around the relationship with your ex. Ironically, you have it with the Eight of Wands, which is another message of communication. This is, communication coming out of the blue. Especially for those of you where you've been broken up for a long time. Suddenly, there is a phone call. There is a message for you from them. This is going to create a lot of movement around the relationship. The Knight of Cups can also be a proposal to get back together, to talk, to fix things. Again, this all leads to a new beginning with the Ace of Wands. A clean slate for you and for your ex. So, this has been kind of the easiest reading that I've done so far as exes. I feel like they're holding back a little bit. They may be afraid you're going to turn them down, but I just keep getting the message over and over that your ex, it's not going to be easy for them to get you back. It's going to take a lot of effort. And they're going to have to be really gutsy as far as making things up to you or gaining your trust again. But they are feeling the same connection as you. You also had this card, Kindred Spirits and Soulmates. Okay, let me get a few cards from the confirmation deck. What other messages are there for Scorpio about their ex for August 2019? What other messages are there for Scorpio about their ex for August 2019? What other messages are there for Scorpio about their ex for August 2019? Show me Scorpio's ex. August 2019. Show me Scorpio's ex. August 2019. Show me Scorpio's ex. August 2018. Show me Scorpio's ex for August 2019. The Hangman. So it definitely makes sense with this message. I just kept getting your ex doesn't have the guts. That's going to mean something different to everybody who's watching this video. I just feel like your ex does not have the guts. They have a lot of making up to do. Show me Scorpio's ex for August 2019. With this, the Ace of Cups is your repeat card. Scorpio's ex for August 2019. And the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so, again, I feel like your ex definitely wants you back. You've got 3 new beginnings in this spread. This all represents them, not you. But they're pretty stuck here. You've got the Hangman. They're in limbo. They're in limbo. Again, they maybe don't know how to make things up to you. They don't know what to say. They're feeling conflicted. That could be why you had the Five of Wands as a repeat card in the first spread. And again, this all, I'm trying to tie this in with that reading in Vimeo. Even if you're not going to watch it, that message is still out there for you. Time is running out in some way. Time is running out. And if your ex is hesitating, I mean, it can definitely be that you're going to meet somebody else. That could also be why there's 3 new beginnings here. If they don't take action, the Emperor, if they don't take control, then they're going to end up with nobody. The Hangman does mean that they're pretty much in limbo right now. This is all about perspective. The way that your ex is thinking is keeping them single, or it's keeping them, alone. The Hangman is all about changing the way that they're thinking, and they're not doing that, so nothing's changing, nothing's happening, nothing's going to change unless they change the way that they're thinking. Again, I keep saying it over and over, but your ex has a lot of making up to do as far as you, and I feel like they're not doing that. And again, time is running out. You've got the Ace of Cups here, repeat card. So there is a strong possibility of a reunion, of rekindling your love, your relationship, and everyone getting what they deserve, the Six of Pentacles. Everyone having that outcome that you want. Everyone getting the relationship they thought they were going to get the first time around. But, again, it's going to take a lot of effort here. It's really going to depend on your ex. I mean, you can't do all the work. They're going to have to take control here. But do they want you back? I feel like they definitely do. 3 new beginnings. I just feel like they're doing a lot of thinking here, maybe about communicating with you. They're looking at things very carefully, but I feel like they're going to have to take action pretty soon. Let me get a card for you from this deck right here, so we can get a kind of a main energy around your ex to kind of guide you through the month of August. What is the strongest energy around Scorpio's ex for August 2019? What is the strongest energy around Scorpio for August 2019? What is the strongest energy around Scorpio for August 2019? What is the strongest energy around Scorpio's ex for August 2019? What is the strongest energy around Scorpio's ex for August 2019? Strongest energy around Scorpio's ex for August 2019. What is the strongest energy around Scorpio's ex for August 2019? Strongest energy around Scorpio's ex for August 2019. Ironically, at the bottom of the deck, this is not the message, but I couldn't help but show it to you, the Devil. Again, your ex could be in a very dark place right now. Again, this represents them, not you. Very pessimistic. Again, I keep feeling like they don't have the guts. They don't have the guts to reach out to you. They don't have the guts to apologize. They're sticking to their guns, and they're not changing their mind. They're not changing their perspective, so nothing is happening. Nothing is going to happen unless they come around and they change the way that they're thinking. And it could be that they're already considering this. Maybe they're thinking, nothing's changed. Well, that's because they've not changed. Okay, what's the strongest energy around Scorpio's ex for August? The 9 of Coins. So, I mean, this is something you don't want to see as the strongest energy around somebody, because this does represent kind of a selfish energy. This is somebody that's doing what's best for them. So, again, if nothing is changing around your ex, they're not reaching out to you, even though I see strong communication here. It's because they're putting themselves first. This is a selfish energy. This is someone, that is doing what's best for them, trying to make the best decisions, but they're putting themselves first. And I mean, this definitely ties in with everything that I've said. There's just so much work, there's so much effort. I feel like they don't have the guts. They're staying in their safe place, even though there are 3 new beginnings in this reading. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. There's 4 new beginnings in this reading. I feel like your ex is, they want you back desperately, but for some reason, nothing. They're not doing anything. They're not taking action. I feel like they have a lot of thinking to do. Like, they know they've messed up. They know maybe that they're going to have to grovel. They're going to have to beg. The 8 of Wands does mean that they could suddenly change very unexpectedly. The Eight of Wands does mean that there's excitement, but it does mean waiting. This always represents waiting, which ironically was the message in Vimeo. This is something happening, it's like the Tower, very unexpectedly. You know, there is maybe a proposal from them to talk or to get back together, to work things out. I keep saying it over and over, but I feel like your ex is being really stubborn. I feel like they desperately want you back, but they are not doing anything. I keep saying it over and over. They are not doing anything. I feel like this card still applies. Like they're just in a dark place, a very pessimistic place. Maybe they're being misguided. Somebody's giving them bad advice. But I feel like they definitely do want you back. I mean, for new beginnings. Okay, Scorpio, this has been your love reading for August 2019. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll speak to you again next month.